Hello everybody and welcome to STR Wrestling Review. I am your host Saber, and in today's episode we're going to be reviewing the Monday Night Raw of June 30th, 2025. And the reason that this episode didn't come out Tuesday was because one, it was Canada Day, so I was taking a break, and happy Canada Day to everyone. And maybe because I might have been interviewing someone. But besides that, let's get into the recap. Let's get into the review of Monday Night Raw. So the show started out with Rhea Bloody Ripley coming out and saying that she needs new priorities. Following that, Io Sky came out saying that she will defend her championship against Rhea Ripley at Evolution. But for the first match of the evening, we saw JD McDonough and Finn Balor face The New Day for the Tag Team Championships. So right when the match started, Kofi Kingston from The New Day tried to give Finn Balor from the Judgment Day a piece of bread. Apparently this was to try and help Finn Balor's carbs, but I just thought that was pretty funny. But one of the first moves in the match was a sunset flip from Kofi Kingston to Finn Balor. Following that, Xavier Woods would strike the back of JD McDonough. But JD McDonough would deliver a crossbody to Xavier Woods. When JD McDonough tried to tag Finn Balor in, Kofi Kingston swept the legs of Finn Balor. Kofi would also deliver a splash to JD. The other member of the New Day, Xavier Woods, would try and deliver a powerbomb to JD McDonough. But JD McDonough countered it and reversed it into him sending the face of Xavier Woods into the mat. We would also see a springboard moonsault from JD to Xavier, and a moonsault with the knees. Xavier Woods attacks Finn Balor with the title to help out his teammate. But actually, we would see a Spanish fly from JD McDonough to Xavier Woods off the top rope. And ultimately, we would see a moonsault from JD and a coup de grace from Finn Balor, both to Xavier, to become the new Tag Team Champions. In a quick interview, Grayson Waller said that he's very proud of the New Day for getting rid of Big E. He says that we can all learn something from getting rid of dead weight, especially him. For the next match, we would see Sheamus face Rusev. Early on in the match, we saw a clothesline, a predator, and a power slam. Next up, we saw very strong punches from both men, but Sheamus would be sent shoulder first into the post. This was followed by a forearm choke from Rusev and a kick to Sheamus's face. Following that though, we saw a axe handler and an Irish curse to Rusev. But we'd also see some flying knees from Sheamus again. So how could the match get any better? By a spinning heel kick and a follow-away slam, both from Rusev. What was the third thing that Rusev did to add on that? A superplex off the top rope. For a little while, Rusev's reign of terror was ended because he was thrown into the steel steps. He was also attacked with a flying clothesline and white noise, as well as the 15 chops. Obviously, Rusev would start his reign of terror over right here again, right? Nope, because we saw two big knees to Rusev before his reign of terror could start again. But when it did start again, we saw a big kick from Rusev to Sheamus. What else happened to Sheamus? An accolade. But Sheamus picked Rusev up while still on his back and delivered a brogue kick. Rusev would then send his thumb into the eye of Sheamus. When Rusev exposed the turnbuckle, he sent Sheamus flying into it. He would then deliver a big kick to pick up the win. In the next segment, the ring general, Gunther, comes out, saying that sure, maybe Bill Goldberg was the scariest man in his time, but Gunther's not scared of what's left of him, a 58-year-old man. Gunther says after Bill Goldberg, who's gonna be next? Seth freaking Rollins then comes to the ring with a new custom briefcase. Seth freaking Rollins gives his congratulations to Gunther for being World Heavyweight Champion. But he also says that he's gonna make it hell for both world champions. Next, the Second City Saint, the voice of the voiceless, the best in the world, CM Punk comes out. CM Punk and Seth freaking Rollins start fighting. When Seth freaking Rollins runs off into the audience, CM Punk shoves Gunther and says that if you stay out of my business, I'll stay out of yours. Then up in the audience, LA Knight, the megastar, starts attacking Seth freaking Rollins. For the following match, we saw Bayley, face Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria was almost immediately sent into the turnbuckle. Bayley would even deliver a Boston Crab and a superplex to Lyra Valkyria. Lyra's having a hard time because she would get hit with clotheslines, a high-angle belly-to-back suplex, and from jumping off the steps, a high elbow. But in return, she hit Bayley with a swinging neckbreaker. We would also see a gut-wrench powerbomb. Bayley tried to do a sit-down German suplex, but in doing so, during the pin, both women's shoulders were down, resulting in a draw. Bayley tried to attack Lyra Valkyria, but she was too late because Lyra Valkyria started attacking her first. The two women would then start fighting in the crowd. And for the main event, we saw Sami Zayn and Penta face Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Sami started attacking Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker hit Sami Zayn with a clothesline. Penta would jump on Sami Zayn and off of Sami Zayn to hit Big Bronson Reed. Sami and Penta would also both jump on Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker at the same time. We would also see many punches from Sami Zayn to Big Bronson Reed. Sami would even go as far as an over-the-rope suplex to Big Bronson Reed. Sami even sent Breaker through the ropes and would jump on both Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Somehow, Sami Zayn delivered a sunset flip powerbomb to Big Bronson Reed. Breaker then would jump on Sami Zayn on the announcer's table, but Sami would send Breaker over the ropes. Big Bronson Reed would try and deliver a senton, but would fail. Penta would even deliver a crossbody to Braun Breaker. Penta did his cool move where he was upside down, tips over, and kicks the person underneath him. What would Penta do to Braun Breaker next? He delivered a DDT. Paul Heyman distracted the ref while Braun Breaker hit the Breakensteiner to Penta. Big Bronson Reed would then deliver a sit-down powerbomb to Penta, but Sami saved the day by stopping the count of the pin. Sami Zayn delivered a suplex to Big Bronson Reed. Fortunately though, Braun Breaker delivered a spear to Sami Zayn to pick up the win. But Jey Uso brought my energy back up by attacking Braun Breaker with a steel chair. He would also then attack Big Bronson Reed with the steel chair. Everyone, this was my recap. This was my review of Monday Night Raw. I really hope you enjoyed the episode. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make a review of Friday Night Smackdown that will come out on time, but I will make one eventually. It's just being delayed. And this is because I will be going to Montreal Comic-Con. Stay tuned if you want to see an interview, because there might be one. And everyone, one last time, thank you for watching.